Hello all, my name is Saurav Suman. I am a corporate trainer and currently I am associated with Miracle. I have a total 8 years of experience in C#.NET technology. I am a full stack developer and also proficient in developing end-to-end application from scratch. Generally, it involves creating the full UI design and implementing its coding part also. So during my sessions, I generally keep my focus on delivering quality training following proper SDLC phases so that the trainees can learn professional programming easily and can grow in their professional career. Regarding my certification, what I have done is I did two certification. The first one is Microsoft Certified Professional MCP, and the second one is Certified Scrum Master certification, which is useful in agile process and also followed in much of the MNC companies. During my work tenure of these 8 years, I got an excellent opportunity to work with multiple companies like Infogame, Myzil IT Solutions, Tata Consultancy Services, and currently I am employed with Global Logic. Here I learned and developed my skills in professional programming. Currently I am managing a team of developers where we focus on quality code implementation by following the code review guidelines. I have experience in few domains like insurance, network security, and e-commerce domain. So this is basically a brief introduction about me. So the topic which we are going to discuss in today's session is Windows application development. So what we will be discussing is Windows Form application, the ADO.NET connectivity code using C Sharp, and the SQL Server database, how to connect the UI design with the database. So we will be implementing that full UI design and we'll be also implementing the coding part. So here in this session, we will learn how to design a Windows form and establish its connectivity with the SQL Server database using C Sharp language. And for this, we will be using Microsoft Visual Studio framework. So hope you must have an installed version of Visual Studio on your system. So this is a basic snapshot of the design what we are going to develop. Here is the design which we will be developing in this session and we'll learn how to create it. So the sample design shows the form has multiple input box. For the first one is roll number, the second one is name, the third one is email ID, the fourth one is contact, and the fifth one is a combo box, which is not a text box, rather than it is a combo box from where the user can select the city. And there are three buttons. The first one is for saving the form, whatever the data the user will input. The reset button will clear all the contents, like it will clear the contents of the data entered by the user. And the exit button will close the application. So I think the basic functionality is now clear to you what we are going to implement here. So let's proceed. And for the database, we will be using SQL Server. You can also use Oracle also. But for now, in this session, we are using SQL Server as our database for connectivity. See, I have not taken any example of like developing program number or printing a star using for loop because those are a very basic program. I want to demonstrate something to you so that you can be little familiar to how we do real programming in companies, and you can have a basic idea how to do quality programming. So that's why I chose a little different topic, which is more beneficial for learning. So let's start the development of this program. So for this, you need below application installed on your system. The first one is mandatory. The Microsoft Visual Studio software must be installed on your system. And the second one is SQL Server. Both of these can be of any version, of any framework version you can have on your system. That is not a problem. So to create a Windows Form application, firstly you need to open Visual Studio, and then from the file menu at the top left hand side, you can create a new project for Windows Form application. See, using Visual Studio, we can use three types of application. The first one is console application, the second one is Windows Form application, and the third one is web application. Further, they have their own categories, but today we are discussing about Windows Form application development. So let's proceed. So this is a snapshot of Visual Studio start page to just demonstrate you how it's look. So from where you can create open a new project is like you need to go to the file menu, and then from the file menu, when you will create to the new project, then there you will find a Windows Form application option. You need to give a name to your application like sample application, and then press the OK button to create it. So let's start implementing this practically so that we can learn easier. So firstly, I've already installed Visual Studio on my system. So what I will do is I will go to the file menu, and then I will go to the new option and project. So here you will find Windows Form application development. Let's give it a name, sample application. You can give it any name, and this is the location where this uh, project is going to be saved. So I will demonstrate you the each and every step how to design a form and how to write the code inside that control. So please watch the full video for better understanding. So here you will find in Windows application, we have a toolbox utility from where we can drag and drop the controls into our form. So here in the common controls, you can find we have a label, and for input, we are also taking text box. Okay. What I will do is I will copy and paste. I am just doing Control C and Control V to create more controls. You can easily drag and drop also. So I need 4 text box control, and one is for city, which will be a combo box. So where is the combo box we need to find? So here is the combo box. So just drag and drop one combo box also. Okay. By selecting all, I am going to the properties of that control, and I need to change the font size. So right now the font size is 5. So let's increase it to 10. Now it is visible. Just stretching the size width of the control for better visibility. You can design the control as per your need, like the first label is roll number, The second one is name. The third one is email, contact, role, name, email, contact, and the fifth one is city. Fine. Okay. So let's place it little near. See, I always focus on the better UI design, because if you will design a better look in your application, then the user will also like it to use. So we need to create always a user friendly application. So roll number, I think roll number doesn't require that much width. Name is okay, email is also fine, contact is also fine, city is also fine. Now what? See, there is a very important concept in programming that is named as naming convention. So by default, this text box is having an ID, name is text box 1, so which doesn't tell anything like what this text box is defined for. So what I will do is I will provide it a specific name which is related to its functionality. So I just named it text role. The same way, txt name. So this is naming convention. While programming, it will help me in identifying the fields. Txt contact, cmb, cmb city. Perfect. Now we need three buttons as per our design. So what are those three buttons? The first one is this, just copying and pasting it for the same height and width. The third one is this. Okay, perfect. You can use the arrow keys also for positioning it. Okay, so three buttons are here. The first button is btn save, is the ID. The second button is btn reset, and the third button is btn exit. Simple. Now I want to change the text of these buttons. So you can see here the text is button 1. So simply write save, reset, exit. Perfect. So let's run this program first and see if it is working fine at the UI level. So to run the program, you need to click on here, the start. See, this is running fine, but the button is not functioning because we have not implemented the code for that button, what to work. So now we will proceed to the code implementation part. So we are done with our designing part. Now what exit will do? To write code for the exit button, what I did is I just double clicked on that control, and what it did is it created a click event for this button control, which says btn exit click. So click is the event of this control, which will get fired whenever a user will click on this control. And what it will do is like what we are going to tell this control. So this button will close the application. So this is a comment just for understanding what it is going to do. And here I will write this dot close. So what it means is this denotes the current active form on which the user is actively working, and it will close that active form or window. Clear? So simple. What reset will do? It will clear the contents of controls like txt txt rol.text. So text box has a property of text which says that what text it will contain. So I am making it blank. Txt name dot text is equal to blank. Txt email dot text blank. Txt what was that? Contact. Txt contact dot text is equal to, see, we are getting the benefit of naming convention here. cmb dot cmbct dot text is equal to select. So whenever the user will reset the form, automatically the combo box from where the user is going to select the city will change to select. Saving it. Okay, that will work. I will show you. And the rest part is okay. By default I want here a text select. Okay, so here in the properties of this combo box you will find the text. So here I am hard coding the text select by default, and right now I am adding some items here like Delhi, Noida, Gurgaon, three cities. Okay, great. Now we need to code for the save button. So for saving, what we need is we need a table where the data will be saved in the database. So I have SQL Server installed on my system. We will go to the new query and we'll firstly create a database. Let me just increase the font size for better visibility. Create database. Let's suppose test. So command completed successfully. For creating any table inside a database, first we need to use that database. So we will use this database test. Great. And this is the syntax to create a table. Create table record. I am giving the name of that table record. The first one is rol, which is integer type, name, varchar, and giving the size limit 20 characters. Email is also varchar, let's suppose 30. Contact, getting it as a varchar right now. You can also use numeric. So numeric is also a data type here. And city varchar 15. Fine. So let's select all this and execute. So table has been created. See, select star from record. Execute. So table has been created, but currently there is no data inside the table. What we need to do is we want to save the data inside this table from this UI design. Okay, so we will proceed to the save functionality. So just double click on the save button. it will save the data to record table. Great. Now, the first thing we need to define here a namespace, which is using system.data.sql client. This namespace is used for database connectivity of UI design with the database. Okay. So there is one class SQL connection which is responsible for maintaining the connection of UI with the database, and I am declaring an object with name con is equal to new SQL connection, and here it requires three parameters. The first one is the server name. The server name is, I think so, currently dot. We will check it further. Semicolon. The database name is equal to test, and integrated security is equal to true. So what is integrated security? Integrated security true means we are working on Windows authentication mode of SQL Server. Correct? We will discuss all these concepts in much more detail when we will start the proper learning session, and we'll be learning all topics. There is also one SQL command class which is responsible for executing the query at this connection address. So the object is com, what I am declaring is equal to, let's not create the instance right now. So the query string query ins. I'm specifying a query for insertion of record into the table. So it will be like insert. If you are familiar with the SQL Server, if not, that is okay. Just try to understand the concept. Insert into table. So table was record values, and what values we are going to insert. So what we are going to insert must be in a systematic manner in what we have created the columns in the table. The first one was rol, so it will be txt rol dot text, simple. The second one was a varchar, so that's why we need a single quote first, and then we will fetch the value of name control dot text. Then I'm not sure what was the, so hit rol name email contact city. Great. Then it was contact dot text, and the last one is city, cmb dot text. Perfect. Now to execute the command, we will write form is equal to new SQL command, and which query it is going to execute is query ins, what we declared just now, and where what is the address of our SQL server. So that is already defined above that is connection object. And to execute, there is a simple syntax com dot execute non-query. So to execute this whole query, we need to open the connection, and once the query has been executed, we need to close the connection. And just want to show message to user if the operation has performed. Message box dot show data saved successfully. Great. So let's test this. Run this program. So this is our form. Firstly, check whether the reset button is working or not. Yes, it is working. Exit is working or not. Yes, it is working. Now just we need to test the functionality of save button. So I am writing here roll number 1. My name is Saurav. Email, the dummy email. Contact 8527. Any dummy number just for testing. Noida, save. So it says data saved successfully. Great. Reset it. Working fine. Now we just need to validate it whether the data has been saved into the database or not. So go to your SQL server, execute the same query again, select start from record. Now see, yes, the data has been saved into the table. So first record says roll number 1, saurav@gmail.com, the contact number and the city. So this is a working functionality of database connectivity. Exit this application, go to the design part. So it's very simple and easy to understand. I hope so that you got the exact functionality how to implement ADO.NET connectivity of a Windows form application with the database. So hope so you enjoyed this session, and thank you so much for watching this video. Thank you so much. Bye bye.